first lab that we are going to do is creating a virtual machine. So if you look at here, this is the place where we should be clicking for the virtual machine. However, if you cannot see this one, the first thing, make sure that you are in portal.azure.com and you come here and you type virtual machine. So you should be seeing something like that, virtual machine. Let's click the virtual machine. Okay, you will be able to see the list of virtual machines that you have created so far. But for me, there is nothing. So this is empty. So create a virtual machine. Okay, subscription is linked to the subscription. Resource group, if you already have a resource group, that is great. You can click here and you can see the resource group. For me, I will be using VM1 group. Now, if you don't have a resource group, you can come here and you can create a resource group. Okay. Now, the resource group, like if I just show you something here, right click, duplicate. So if you type here resource group, so if you look at here, there could be a lot of things, but the icon speaks for itself. Okay, like I'm after this icon. So if you come here, if you click the resource group, any resource group that you created so far, you will be able to find the list of the resource groups here. Okay, now you can create a resource group before you create a virtual machine or create any resource, or you can create a resource group here as well. Okay, this is not only for the resource group, this can be for a lot of things. Okay, now yeah, so it will be in this resource group. Name of the virtual machine, I will give VM1. Okay, then the location or VM. Okay, we'll see if VM1 location, any location you can select. Any location you can select. I will select Sweden Central, but you can select any location. It doesn't matter. Of course, depending on the location, the price will vary as well, but it is a few cents here and there. Okay. Availability zone, we are taking it, we don't want any redundancy. Okay, we don't want to pay extra money and we don't want any redundancy. So one machine will be running in a particular location. If for some reason the data center is down, you'll not have access to that machine. Security type, just standard. Image, what you want. Of course, we want a Windows server. So if you look at here, you can select any Windows server that you want. Okay, do not select the core ones, because with the core ones you will have issues. Okay, it is not like the normal one, so you won't be able to see the GUI over there. So we will select, let's say, the data center. Okay, run with Azure Spot Discount. I would recommend you don't check this box. You don't check this box. Okay, for me, I'm checking this box because it will give me extra discount. If you want, you can do this, but there are limitations. Okay, if you check this box, there you will have limitations. So don't check this box. Now stop. Okay, let's uncheck this one. Okay, let's keep it normal. Size, yeah, I think if it is a Windows server, at least 2 CPUs and 8 gig of memory, that is what you need. Give any name. Okay, username, don't give admin. Okay, and give a password. make sure the passwords match, they match with each other. And for inbound ports, of course, you need to allow inbound ports. For example, we will be doing RDP, so you need to open the RDP. I would recommend open all these things, okay? Although you will not do SSH, but I would recommend open all of them. Now it says if you have your own license, okay, if you have your own license, that is the Azure Hybrid Benefit. For example, Windows, you can install a Windows machine, but you need a license in order to activate that one. If you have own license, for example, if you did a volume purchase a time ago, and if you have extra license from your friends or something, you can use that license, and in that way you can save up to 49%, okay? However, okay, now if you look at here, I opened all the ports, so I will be able to use all those ports. And about the Windows, I already described Azure Hybrid Benefits. Now go to the disks. By default, Microsoft is going to give you 127 gig, so I think that is more than enough for our operating system, and it is SSD type. Now you need to make sure that you check this box. It says delete with the VM. So once you delete the VM, the disk is a separate resource by itself. So if I just take you here, so for example, if you buy a PC, you need to buy monitor separately, right? So you are buying the monitor separately. In the same way, when you make a PC, you need to buy the hard drive, you need to buy the RAM, you need to buy the processor. So here disk is something which is a separate entity, okay? So it can happen that you want to delete your virtual machine, but you want to keep your data. So in that case, deleting the virtual machine, you just keep the hard drive. You don't delete the hard drive, you keep it with you. And next time when you create another virtual machine, you just attach this old hard drive, so you can preserve the data. So that is why you need to make sure, but we don't need that anyway, so we'll make sure we delete this one. This is related to key management. That is what we'll discuss later, okay, at some point. But here we are saying that this virtual disk will be encrypted, but with Azure keys. Azure maintains all these things. We don't have to worry about those keys, okay? When Azure will change the keys, where they preserve, you don't have to worry. It says that the keys are there, okay? I will discuss more in the class related to that one. Networking. Now, if you look at here very carefully, virtual network. So you need to have a virtual network. If you already have a virtual network, you can use that one. Otherwise, you see new here. Anytime you see new, that means something new is being created for you. You can click here and you can create a new, okay? If you have an old one, let's say for example, you want 10 machines in a virtual network. So you already created a virtual network when you created the first machine. So what the other machines you just put into the same. So in that case, you will find here and you'll have to check this one. Make sure that everything is in the same location. That is very important. Even if you search here VNet, so virtual network, you can create a virtual network here and you can find it here as well, as long as they are created in the same place. I will discuss more in the class about this one. Subnet, so the virtual network, think that this is an organization, and inside the organization you will have different departments, or like this is a subnet. Simple term, this is subnet. Public IP address, so this is a public IP address. It is also a separate resource by itself, and you will find here delete the public IP address. So I want to make sure I delete this one. So why I want to keep the public IP address? There are many reasons you want to keep the public IP address. One of the reasons could be, for example, think like this way. This is a web server. So if I'm speaking about a web server for Windows IIS, so what will happen here? This IIS has an IP address, and I gave this IP address to everyone. Now, for some reason, if I have to replace the machine, if I delete the IP address, that means I will have to create a new IP address and I will have to redistribute again. Instead of doing all these things, I can keep the IP address, and next time when I create the new machine, instead of creating a new IP address, just attach this IP address here. So people, they will never know like I changed the machine or whatever, because they still have the same address. Delete this one. Load balancing we don't need. Next, management, we don't need to do anything with the management, just leave it as it is. Okay. We don't need backups and all these things. Make sure that you uncheck this box, even if they are checked. Okay, they will create new resources somewhere and it will be very hard for you to delete those things. Monitoring, whatever is there, basic, you don't have to do anything. We are not working with monitoring in this lab. Advanced, nothing. We are doing nothing here. Tags, if you want to give some tags, it's up to you. I'm leaving. Tags could be let's say name. Okay, sorry, then you give your name. Okay, so that, let's say, if you have 100 employees in the office, then everyone creates the machine, then it gets confusing. But with the help of tag, people, they will be able to identify which machine belongs to whom. Okay, you can put your email, you can put your phone number, you can create many tags. Okay, they work like a metadata, if you know what is metadata. Review and create. Okay, the last time you have, like, this is the last phase that you have to review whatever you have done so far. Let's click create. It takes time to create resources. Okay, so once you come to this one, you get the check, go to the resource. So if you look at here, status is not ready, so you need to give a little bit of more time. Okay, now very important to look at here, every virtual machine that you create, it comes with 2 IP addresses. Okay, so what are the 2 IP addresses? One is the public IP address. The public IP address is used to communicate from outside world to your, like for example, from your home, you want to log into the VM, you use that one. The private IP address is for communication inside the VNet, or you can also say inside the subnet. Okay, now if you look at here, this is your public IP address. You should know the range for the public IP address. And if you look at here, this is your private IP address. Okay, a lot more information here. Now what we need to do is, actually, this machine is running, so stop is grayed out. I think it is done. Just reload to see if you still have the same message or not. You don't have that, connect. Now download the RDP file, click here, connect, and you remember, make sure that you remember the password. Okay, sometimes even myself, I forgot the password. Click. Beautiful. So just, it is for the certificate related things. Click here, yes. It takes time, we can't do anything, we'll have to wait for it. Okay, accept. It takes time to get loaded. Okay, but I think if you can see this, congratulations, you have successfully installed. Still it is getting ready, so if you look at the top, you see this is loading, so that's fine, you're getting ready. And if you look at here, if you want to see the drive, so if you look at here, this is the drive that we have. Now we were supposed to get only one drive, so Microsoft puts an additional drive which is D, but I'm telling you here they have some informations, okay, for you. But never ever keep any important file here, okay? Any important file you keep here will be lost, okay? If you shut down the machine, it will be lost, okay? So don't trust this drive. If you need a new drive, well, we will show you later at some point how to add a new drive. And if you ever want to look into this virtual machine, like you don't know where, just click here the virtual machine, you will be able to see a virtual machine here. Okay, you see it is running the virtual machine. If you click here, if you want to stop the virtual machine, you can just click here and you can stop the virtual machine. Okay, stop. And once you stop the virtual machine, stopping the virtual machine is not deleting the virtual machine. They are two different things. And if you look at here, you lost the remote connections.